In this part 4 of our trip to Stockholm, we check out some really cool Stockholm subway stops. We go to an Ikea, but it's not really what we expect. We meet some friends at this cool little Swedish restaurant. We also check out a Viking restaurant. Check out some local shops. Check into my last hotel. Wait, this is a 747. Or wait, is it a hotel? And I go over all the goodies that I bought and do some taste tests and come back to this little girl.
A little taco stand in the middle of the desert, eating fresh fruit in the LA heat, traveling the country, stopping into every dime, hauling the bump right next to me. Traveling food.
Good morning. It is Saturday. It's actually college football game day, so I got my Gator jacket on for the Gators who played Vandy today. It's a little rainy outside today. One of the kind of cool things to do in Stockholm is check out several of the subway stations. They're pretty cool looking, apparently. So we're gonna spend a couple hours here, I think, subway hopping and just going around to different stations and checking them out. Figure we're in Sweden, so we might as well do like what Sweden's known for. And we found an Ikea here in downtown, so we're gonna go check it out. It's an urban store, so I imagine, well, obviously you can tell from the outside it's not as big as the big jumbo suburban ones that they're known for, but we're still gonna go check it out. Alright, so this is just like a kitchen Ikea store, but there are, I love kitchens, and there's I got some cool stuff in here. That one behind me, I like the black and the wood going on there. And I was saying, well, I love like little kitchens and I love windows. So this one's, I mean, it's just the way the building is set up, but this is pretty cool here. You got the big window over the kitchen. This one's pretty cool too. And typical European style. You got stuff in small spaces, so you got your fridge hidden behind this cupboard, which is pretty sweet. And one other one that we liked when we came in, is this one here. So you got cool black cupboards and countertop, black appliances. The only thing I would do different on that one is get the white backsplash, the subway tile backsplash, which is absolutely my favorite. And these counters, I like the sink and the counter on this one. With the black cupboards, that'd be pretty sweet. But that's it. So it's a small Ikea, but still pretty cool to check out. This is a restaurant I really wanted to check out called the Hairy Pig. Apparently they have a lot of moose and reindeer on their menu. There's Tyler Johnson right there, number 9, in the Swedish card. What's up? We just walked into the Hairy Pig, ran into this dude.
Lucky you.
What'd you guys get?
Some moose sausage, reindeer taco, garlic bread,
Moose lasagna.
more assorted meats and stuff.
That is amazing. By the way, you're on camera, by the way.
Hi. Oh yeah, and apple juice with vodka.
Oh, nice. That's your sign. We're gonna go Bolts. That's awesome. Pretty much got the same thing they did: moose sausage, reindeer taco, and the moose lasagna. With Joseph, who's the owner of the Hairy Pig restaurant here in Stockholm. This was one of the restaurants that I knew I wanted to check out coming into the city. They offer kind of a selection of some moose and reindeer dishes, and I just had some lunch here, and it was amazing.
Oh, thanks,
But
man.
how did you get into opening this place?
Well, I trained as a chef maybe 15 years ago in London and Leeds School of Food and Wine, which is a classical French culinary school in London. And from there, I went to Spain to work in a Swiss hotel management school where I met my wife, and there we came up with the concept for this restaurant. Fell in love with tapas in Spain and thought we'd bring the idea back to Sweden.
That's awesome. How did you end up in Sweden?
Yeah, well, my wife's Swedish, so
that's
yeah, we
right,
met at the school, and she dragged me here kicking and screaming, and then I arrived here, and it's like the best country I've ever lived in. So
That's awesome. It's a great story.
Yeah.
Food and love in one story.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And so you get your reindeer and all your ingredients are locally sourced, right? But your reindeer and
The reindeer mainly comes from the north of Sweden. That's where the Sami people, they herd the reindeer up there. So you have to buy the reindeer from them. But we buy it through a game dealer here in Stockholm. Moose is hunted mostly throughout the whole of Sweden. So yeah, they just started a couple of weeks ago, and we get that from the same game dealer. But it comes from a different part of Sweden every time. Yeah. So,
And then my friends back there, they're just even saying your apple juice is from like
from our
Swedish
garden.
apples.
So my
Yeah.
wife and me and the kids, we pick the apples, we take it to a press, and yeah, we make it there for the restaurant. So.
That's so awesome. So and I love these kind of restaurants where you meet the owner and you can know where the food is coming from.
For us, it makes a difference that we know where everything comes from. You know, we even go to Spain for the olives. We go down there for the olive oil. We import it back. So yeah, we do everything ourselves.
That's so cool. Great little restaurant. I'm gonna get some pictures while I'm here, but we just had a spectacular lunch.
Hope to see you guys soon.
Can you say go Lightning?
Go Lightning.
Yes. All right. When we were at the restaurant, I was checking Facebook, and apparently some other Lightning fan over in Sweden had an idea to get this pretty awesome tattoo, and I guess he really did get it when he was over there. The Swedish chef, Tampa Bay Lightning style. Gonna make our way back to the Airbnb before we head out again tonight. Beep beep. Right across the hall from our Airbnb was the smallest elevator I've ever seen, so I had to go check it out. Little elevator that they have. This is crazy. It says like a maximum of 2 people, which I don't doubt. I don't know how you do this. Oh my god, if you're claustrophobic. Alright, let's go to 3. God. We are going up. This is the tiniest elevator. I think it's like a 2-person, normal person. I don't know if 2 of me would be able to fit in here. This is it. It's not even that tall either. Ooh, it's gonna open. You gotta do everything by yourself too. 3rd floor. How about that? All right, time to go back down. Hey guys, I'm in Gamla Stan again, which is like the old town in Stockholm. It is Saturday night and it is 5 o'clock. I'm gonna go check out this restaurant called Aifur. The red lettering there. It's another kind of Swedish / Viking themed restaurant. So I connected with the chefs and owners there. So looking forward to meeting them. The restaurant was actually very dark inside, so I kind of have this night vision going on. So kind of lose some of the color, but makes it easier to see. What's up, Lucas? How's it going?
It's all good. Getting busy, ready for the evening.
It's a beautiful restaurant you have here.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
How long has it been open?
About 8 years now. We just had an anniversary. This is like the anniversary weekend.
So this is a Viking, obviously inspired.
Exactly. So what we do here is we try to make the food as basic as possible. So we keep it close to like what the food could have been in the 900s. You can imagine like beef, pretty simple but still tasty, delicious.
Let's say you had a rack of lamb.
Yeah, exactly. Root vegetables. Yeah, everything is like, it looks pretty simple but still like pretty clean. It's the salmon and venison. Those are the classics. If people want to split a starter, I always recommend
And there's heart.
The reindeer heart is actually one of the best ones on the plate.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't think so either. Like a lot of people like, is there heart on this? Yeah. So what we do, you see, this is a great hall, and we try to make like a replica of how a hall would look in the Viking ages. And what we do here, which is what I would say one of our most special traits, is that we announce the guests that enter the hall, in the dining hall. So the head waiter this day is going to be me. Other days we have other people. We have a tiny guy. We call him tiny, but it's this big. So yeah, the tourists love him, and he's really funny. So they announced all the guests that come in, because during the Viking ages they announced all the guests, so you didn't have to sit close to like enemies of your family and clans and stuff like that. Yeah, we were all split up, so you have to announce all the guests that entered the hall to eat, so you didn't have any mortal fights in the middle of the feast. And so that's what we do, and we also have live musicians every evening that go on shift to keep it as authentic as possible to the Viking age, because the owner really he's a Viking enthusiast. He knows people that built this Viking village outside of Stockholm.
This is my first time in Sweden, and actually you kind of see the cartoony version of the Viking kind of story,
taking over.
To get over here and actually see Viking
because the people that built this place too, they're like really into it.
Do I have your attention? I said, do I have your attention? Yeah! All right. All right, so now you might wonder why I blew this horn right now. So I'm going to explain. During the Viking ages, everybody who came into a great hall like this one had to be announced in case you needed to know if you're sitting next to a mortal enemy, maybe a future wife, maybe a friend of the family. You get the picture. That comes later for the guests. Johan here has brought his brother out for dinner, so I think he deserves a big hand. Can you show him what we're about? Skål! Skål!
Because they were closed Sundays, I knew this was my last night to check out this Punk Royale place, and guys, I can't even describe it. There's two different sides to it, the cafe and the regular one. The regular one said no cameras, the cafe didn't, so I'm bringing it in. Obviously, you can tell I'm pretty intrigued by this place. It's just so funky, crazy. I definitely want to go back to Sweden and visit that place again. But anyways, the game number 2 was starting. Bill and I found a local pizza place near our Airbnb. It was actually really good, kind of Swedish ingredients pizza. And we grabbed a pie and then went back to the Airbnb to watch the game. Bill got a Swedish chorizo and other meats and barbecue sauce pizza. I got the Swedish chorizo with roasted peppers and chipotle aioli, and we each got a Swedish beer. Man, it was good. Because we're old, tired, and broke. We're watching the game from the Airbnb. Just found it. We actually just went up for a Swedish pizza, and then we got some Swedish ice cream. Swedish cinnamon rolls. Oh yeah, Tampa wins. They won both games. Way to go, boys. Oh, Jack Eichel looks mad again. Kind of sucks we didn't go to the game, but it was actually kind of cool watching the game in Swedish.
Överraskar hur många Tampa-fans det finns i Sverige?
Nej, överraskar det inte. Blåa finns överallt, så att det är oerhört kul. Och alla fans som kommer in från Tampa också, så att det är magiskt.
Du gjorde mål och ni vann, och så vann Modo också, toppa hockeyallsvenskan. Vilket känns bäst?
Ja, det är kul att det blir en bättre sportdag. Det är så för mig och min familj och hela vårt lag, så tack så mycket. Så ses vi snart igen.
Tack så mycket, Viktor. Grattis.
Tack.
Viktor Edman skrina ut till publikens jubel. Stora massan har stannat kvar i Globen.
Alright, leaving. Bill left this morning, so he's back on his way to Tampa. Gonna be in Stockholm for 2 more days, so I'm gonna be heading to a different hotel tonight. One that's on top of like this urban deli food court. So that might be kind of interesting. I'm gonna make my way over there now. It is 10 a.m. local time. I got all packed up, and it is raining again outside. But I'm gonna jump on the subway, take it a couple stops, and it should be pretty close to the next hotel. So we're gonna head down there, hopefully store my bags, and then go explore for a little bit. So here we go. I'm gonna try break down and get some fast food. So I'm gonna get a Max burger from this restaurant called Max. It's kind of like a McDonald's or Burger King, but it's Swedish. And we're gonna go check it out and see what they got. So their fish sandwich actually looked really interesting. And look, all these sauces. Oh man, I love sauces. But anyway, so I tried their fish sandwich. It kind of looked like it had like Rice Krispies on the coating, so we'll see if it looks like the picture. And I just got their classic cheeseburger to give it a try. Oh yeah, it does look just like the picture. It's crazy, and it actually tasted really good. And the cheeseburger was like a cheeseburger. It was actually pretty good. All right, back to the Urban Deli. Hotel With. That's a weird name, but that's the name of the hotel. Gonna go check into my room, relax for a little bit, figure out what I'm gonna do for dinner. Got into the Hotel With is the name of the hotel. It's actually underneath what's called the Urban Deli here in Stockholm. Kind of like a craft little supermarket, small store, but they have some fresh meats and produce and pre-made meals and some grocery items in there. It's kind of cool. And this is my room. So they advertise these as windowless rooms. Like it's a cool thing. Maybe it is, because we're actually down in the basement here of the building. So it's not super big. I had my choice of basically a single, a double, or a triple. The price was going to be the same on all of them. And so I chose the triple just for the sake of seeing what this is like. So this is the triple of the triple. The other rooms I think are the same size. Actually, this one might be a little bit bigger, and I think that's why I did it too. But I don't know. Maybe I'll get up there and try it out. But oh, it's kind of funny. There's a closet here, and there's a little ladder, so you can just put the ladder on here, and then you climb up. It's some cool lights. It's actually the spotlights here are pretty bright. These light switches are kind of interesting. You just click them. They don't actually like stay in the position after you click them. It's just like a little clicker button. So, but one thing I thought was interesting is the emergency plan. On this box lights up when you turn the lights out. That's why I'm turning the lights up for you guys. And they're all back on. But you have these, what do they call them? These are the cozy bulbs. So you can turn those on and off with the switch. And they're off and back on. And then there's the lights by the bed that you can switch to. Oh, and then the water closet ones. So, it's kind of interesting because I guess maybe it's a good thing I'm standing on the shelf. It's frosted glass, but it's not that frosted. There's the toilet right there, so it's kind of interesting. Shower's kind of hidden back there. But there's definitely some shadows to be seen, I think, if you're in the bathroom. But the bathroom's actually really cool. Got a nice walk-in shower with the waterfall head there. With some bathroom products. Cool marble sink. Your typical European style toilet there. But that's it. Actually a pretty nice TV and a soundbar underneath it here too. So I am gonna relax. I thought I was gonna be doing a lot of exploring today, but the weather is kind of crappy, and to be honest with you, I'm just tired and have a little bit of a headache. So it is 4 o'clock. Probably gonna lay down for like an hour and then figure out what to do next. There's some fun little signs all about as well. And there's a restaurant a bar and a coffee shop here as well. Well, I planned on taking a nap, but then I found these Swedish cooking shows on TV, so I watched those instead.
Detta eftersom kosherreglerna och reservköttet, det kan spåras till.
I'm gonna go ahead and call this guy the Swedish traveling food dude. So there's a restaurant here inside the hotel too. It looks pretty darn good, and they have a kind of an open kitchen concept a little bit on the hallway here. There's a big window where you can look in to the kitchen, so I'm watching to see what they're preparing. It looks like a lot of the meals are kind of like family style. I see some big dishes with a kind of platter style coming out. And it looks pretty good. It looks like a big meat platter with flank steak and sausages and possibly something else on there. It was a cool looking place. I know I'm gonna have breakfast here tomorrow, so I'm not gonna eat dinner here, but I did walk through the little grocery store and it was pretty cool too. Me being a grocery geek, obviously I was pretty intrigued when I knew there was, oh hey, look at that, Friends of Adam. I was pretty intrigued when I realized there was a hotel right underneath the little grocery store, so I had to check it out. And hey, look at that, to-go Swedish meatballs. It's Sunday night, really kind of my last night in Stockholm, so I'm treating myself to a fancy dinner at this place called Rolph's Kock, but I think that's cook in Swedish. Oops, it actually means kitchen, not cook. It's a Michelin award-winning restaurant, so it's pretty cool. Gonna go check it out, see what it's all about. Hopefully it's not too busy being a Sunday night, but we shall see. Found myself a seat at the bar. It was a really cool seat right next to the kitchen so I could see the chef's heart at work, and it was just a really cool vibe in there. And there was a big party sitting behind me, and they went through just a little bit of wine. I tried their red wine braised cheeks of ox with truffle and potato puree, and it was good. Definitely a nice little treat for myself. Definitely some fancy food. And with that said, took a little moonlit walk back to the hotel to call it a night. Alright, I am leaving the hotel with. Gonna go leave my bags up by the front desk for a few hours and go explore Stockholm for my last few hours here. And I got an exciting stay tonight at a pretty cool hotel, I think, so stay tuned for that. There was a huge breakfast buffet that was in the restaurant in the hotel that was also included in my room rate, so time to chow down. Man, this callus stuff is like all over the place in Sweden. Maybe this is where I finally give it a try. Alright, I think Swedish people are gonna hate me for saying this, but this stuff is not good. It's some kind of like salted codfish paste. See it like all over the place in Sweden. I call it like the Swedish version of Vegemite, I guess. Another thing I don't really care for. Other than a piece of bread that I wasted with the fish paste, the breakfast was really good. Time to catch up on a few emails and the cool little office area they had, and then off to go explore my last few hours in Stockholm. Just left the hotel, and you're not going to believe it. Look at that. Blue skies. Finally. Well, at least in that direction. Over this way, it's cloudy. But I think it's going to be dry all day, so that is good. We're going to go explore. Not really sure what I'm going to get up to. Probably walk through Old Town again. But there's the Urban Deli. It's a fun place to stay. Never did check out the bar that's up there on the top floor. It's closed, but here we go. Ooh, a farmer's market. And this street here is one of Stockholm's most famous shopping avenues. Alright, time to look through some of the shops. Did you know Pippi Longstockings was a Swedish character? Hey! That's the way they say hello in Swedish, and sometimes if you're lucky they'll do a hey hey. Yes, my favorite, cookbooks. Sweet! Another record store, and of course they have ABBA. Oh, and look, another candy store, go figure. I guess I better check this one out too. More cookbooks. I could be here all day. Snoop Dogg. I'm adding this one to my Christmas list. It's definitely a lot prettier out here when the sun is out, that's for sure. I'm actually in a little shady area right now, but beautiful. Alright, one last stroll through Old Town before we leave Stockholm.
That always stays. Dinner by the waterway. It's that sweet life. Raise your cross. Made some dude crack a smile. He asked if I could stay a while. I'm living that high life. Time to catch a flight, but you can make me go.
Still walking down the street here in Gamla Stan, and saw this little store. It looked really cool. Typically not the store that I would go into, but the name and the designs of these bags on the window looked pretty sweet. So I actually went in and started talking to the lady who works in here. She gave me a little history of the shop. Yeah. So it's been open since, or not this one in particular, but open since 2004. And it's all like sustainably made, Nordic designed, bags and little purses and whatnot. They have wallets and a small selection of belts and everything too. But it's very cool. I guess this one here, or this style, is one of their original styles. They had two original styles. And then this, these ones here. I can't do it. This one is another of their original styles. But they're made with, like, the cotton that they get is made with local Swedish cotton from farmers that they know. The leather comes from local dairy and cattle ranchers. So they're sustaining in that way, using the leather from the cattle used for food. And it's just really cool. She was telling me a bunch kind of more about this product. And it's pretty neat, kind of cool to do something other than food when you're out exploring. But I think this would be a cool Swedish souvenir to get when you're out here. Again, just the sustainability. Apparently they're very, very highly rated in the sustainability world and very respected. Family-run business. It's a beautiful little shop. I'll show you. Here's some of the so here's some of the handbags and wallets, belts that they have too. But awesome looking stuff. It's the Viking store. So this is the store of rare books, and they were closed. Pretty bummed about that because I would have loved to have gone in there, checked it out. It looked really cool inside.
Sunlight that always stays in about the waterway. It's that sweet life.
cool toy and train store. And I can't believe I've made it through all these videos and have not mentioned fika, which is essentially kind of like an afternoon tea, but coffee. So everybody would get together in the afternoon, have some coffee, hang out, share some stories. It's called a fika.
Stockholm, Stockholm.
This is the fancy hotel where the Lightning players stayed. And hey, if any Lightning players are watching this later, give me a shout. Let me know how it was. Picked up my bags from the hotel and time to jump on the train and head towards the airport from the hotel. And somehow I found like the world's longest tunnel, and apparently I went the wrong way. So after this time-lapse video, I turned around and walked all the way back. Alright, found the right train station. Now I need to find the right train. Oh, this is a pretty cool station too. Alright, made it to the airport, and now I'm gonna find my way to the 747 where I'm gonna be spending the next couple nights. There it is, my hotel. And for the night, yes, that is a 747 decommissioned airplane. For the night, I'm gonna be staying in one of the engines, the engine room. Called Jumbo Stay. So there's 4 engines. I'll be getting one of them. Here we go. Alright, y'all are gonna have to watch the bonus video of my entire kind of tour of the Jumbo Stay hotel, but here's a little teaser of my room for night number 1. And night number 2, I actually stayed inside the airplane, so check out that video for some more footage inside. So this is it. This is the Jumbo Stay 747 hotel. It's pretty cool. I stayed in one of the engine rooms last night. But yeah, this is legit a hotel. Alright, there's a shuttle that's free to use, but it's across the street here. Runs every 15 minutes. Supposedly it starts at 3 a.m. So that's going to be good for me tomorrow to get to the airport. But I'm going to take it to the airport now just to get some dinner, like a lunch dinner kind of combo. And then also just make sure I know what I'm doing tomorrow when I have all my bags with me and stuff like that. So there's the airplane. And I just got to go across the street there to get to the shuttle stop. And the lady was saying there's a lot of restaurants at the airport there. So curious to see what they got. I think there's 2 stops to get over to the terminals. So there's one at the police station and then one at the terminals. So we're gonna go check it out and see what they got. By the time I got there, I was actually pretty tired, so I just got McDonald's. Apparently the guy behind me was a little smarter and got a beer with his McDonald's. Alrighty, I'm gonna go over the souvenirs that I got for folks. Just a handful of people that I got some stuff for, but it's always fun to pick some stuff up for people back home. And actually there's a few goodies in there for myself too, but we shall start. So this is actually for myself. It's kind of cool. So this is a Swedish dishcloth, kind of like a chamois kind of thing. But on here it says greetings from Sweden. The Swedish dishcloth was invented in 1949 by the Swedish engineer Kurt Lindquist. And then it just kind of talks about it a little bit. It says enjoy the Swedish magic. I got 2 little things from this store. Sandfist. It's a local like bag store, like backpacks and purses and belts and wallets and stuff like that. But I got 2 gift bags. Some of their stuff's kind of expensive, but they did have for $10 US these little kind of change purses or something like that. So for my sister and my mom, they're each gonna get one of these. I'll probably give my sister this one and my mom this one. I think those colors would go, I think, around it. It's a little funkier with the yellow, and then this is more classic. It's got the little story on the tags, so kind of cool. And what else do I have for my niece? So as I was going through the gift shops, I saw a lot of Pippi Longstockings books and whatnot. And I know the name, I don't really know the story or what it is, but I got her a Pippi Longstocking little dress kind of thing. So thankfully I had a good idea of what size to get her just by looking at it, but it had ages and sizes on there. So this is like a size 110, which is like a European size, but it's got the Pippi tag on there, so it's not just like a cheesy Chinese one or anything like that. It kind of has the story of Pippi Longstocking, the strongest girl in the world. So my niece just turned 4. Casey, I love you. You're the best. So that'll be for her. Got a handful of postcards. They're all the same kind. Thought this looked cool. A bunch of different Stockholm related things on there, and obviously it says Stockholm on there. So I usually keep one for myself, and I'll get a couple friends that collect postcards. So for them, another gift from my mother. The Swedish fika the Swedish way. So that's kind of like the coffee hour they do here in Sweden with coffee and pastries. So this is basically like a pastry cookbook with lots of different things in there with the Swedish twist. I'm a big fan of cookbooks, and I think my mom is in a way too, so it's kind of a cool gift in my opinion. Little flavor of Sweden for her. And speaking of cookbooks, I almost got one of these for myself too, but this is going to be for my aunt. Very Swedish. It's got a cool lettering on the binding there. Front's kind of generic, but they actually had a lot of cool recipes on here and some cool pictures and stories about Sweden. It's a little different than what you would see in an American cookbook. Since I didn't get one of those for myself because I got this from Punk Royale. I actually got it at the Coco and Carmen store. It's not a cookbook, but it is a cool book, and I got the owner to sign it and then the chef at Coco and Carmen to sign it. It's more just like a picture book, but this is it's all in Swedish too, so I'm not going to be able to read it, but I think it adds to the authenticity of it. But it's just pictures about their travels and cooking, stuff like that. I'm just like chowing down on crabs. But it's a funky little restaurant for sure. And I don't know, there's like a chef with a bike helmet on and just random stuff. I thought it was pretty cool. So, there's my hockey ticket for my mother. Some authentic Swedish fish, and I got like the combo one. So black licorice is pretty popular up here too. And this company had a lot of just straight up black licorice kinds and straight up Swedish fish kinds, but this is like a combo of the two, so it's a little variety. But again, from Sweden, Malmo, Sweden, so it's that. Got a thank you card from my aunt. She's watching my dog, Carlos and Vanessa, you rock. So this just says thanks in Swedish on the front. Pretty simple. And then it says thanks on the inside, but then what I liked is it just says hey, which is like hello in Swedish, this little guy there. So simple, but to the point, a little creative. Another friend of mine just had her birthday a couple days ago. So I saw this, and when I saw it, I almost like glancing at it, looked like traveling food, dude. But it says happy birthday on the front in Swedish. So there's kind of the birthday / little traveling food dude twist on it. But again, just kind of a simple card, but Swedish. I don't think she'll get any other Swedish birthday cards this year. That's it for that bag. Now we're getting into more of the kind of food that I got, or what's left over. Swedish candy is a huge thing here in Sweden. This is one of the stores I went to, and Gamla Stan is the name of it there. That's actually where I saw Steven Stamkos and a few of the players. It's a really cool looking candy shop in Old Town Sweden. And there I got a package of these little kind of like toffee things. It's a variety pack. It's kind of like a chewy Werther's. They're in little discs. Don't think I've had all the flavors yet. But they have like a black licorice one, which I'm not too fond of, but like a strawberry, regular caramel, a chocolate one. They have a coffee one, and like a mint caramel one, and I'm not sure what this purple one is. I haven't had the purple yet, so we'll try that. And when I was in Sigtuna, there's another really cool candy shop there, and I got some chocolate. It's like a variety pack here of a couple of different Swedish raspberry candies, hard candies, and then also in here is chocolate covered Swedish fish, which are pretty good. You kind of got to be craving them, but they're really good when you are craving them. They're chewy, so they take a long time to eat. I got that. And this one I just got at the airport because gingerbread is really popular here in Sweden. And then this brand of chocolate bar you see all over the place too. So it says right there, made in Sweden. And this is actually a limited edition gingerbread version of the chocolate bar. So it's got little gingerbread pieces in there, which looks really, really good. So I'm gonna probably open that up tonight. Oh, I did get, speaking of gingerbread, I actually didn't keep them. That one candy shop sold fudge, and they sold gingerbread fudge too. So this is gingerbread fudge. It was a little bit too strong for my liking. And with all the other sweets I had, I just decided to not keep them. But if you like gingerbread, pretty good. And I've seen rhubarb in a lot of places in Sweden too, so I got this rolled candy, and they had probably 20 different flavors to choose from, but I chose the rhubarb because I thought it was kind of local. I have actually not opened this up, and I do not know what they look like. Oh, so it's actually just a big candy stick. And when you think Swedish candy, this is like what they have most often around, but usually they're just little, like the little nuggets. But basically like candy cane style. So this is a rhubarb, big fat candy cane apparently. Try that. Surprised it's still in one piece. And I got this is another I guess it's Finland. No, it's Sweden. I don't know. I think it's Swedish. This Cloetta chocolate company. So they had this little bag of candy at 7-Eleven, and it's a Swedish fika candy. So it looks like chocolate covered candies. And it says with a taste of cinnamon bun, mud cake, and blueberry pie. So there's like 3 different ones in here. Cinnamon bun and coffee is the way you fika here in Sweden, so I'm gonna give these a try. They got the little Viking helmet with horns and the Swedish flag color there. That was kind of cool looking. And I'll probably try these on camera right now. This one just in when I was buying the black licorice and Swedish fish. This was next to it, and it caught my eye. So it says fizzy caramel. It's like a gummy candy. Also from Sweden, and I have no idea what a fizzy caramel tastes like, but let's give it a try. Oh, it smells like caramel. It's really kind of blowing my mind. It tastes like, or it smells like a butter rum lifesaver, like really strong scent. But it's like chewy, like a gummy bear, or like a soft gummy bear. I've never had a caramel gummy bear before. There's nothing really fizzy about it other than the sugar on the outside. Different. These are good. A little bit different. Not fruity, caramelly. Did I just say caramelly? I'm gonna open these up too one minute. It's a little bit smaller than I thought, but you got the 3 flavors. This is what I've been waiting for. Unfortunately, or fortunately, they sell regular size ones of these, but I couldn't find the ginger one, only in like the big monster one. So I got the big monster one. And you can smell the ginger as soon as you open it up too. It's got tiny little cookie pieces in there. Crunchy. It's very gingery. Like gingerbready, I should say. So you gotta like gingerbread, but if you like gingerbread, you like these things. So that's it, I think. Oh. Another souvenir for myself. From the Global Series. My Global Series bag. Got me a little hockey puck. Commemorate the game. So that's my souvenir from the game. It's got the dates on there. I just did the game on the 8th and that was it. Oh, and one of the books had a little description of this Callie's caviar, they call it. A sandwich filling that rouses strong feelings. It's as loved by Sweden as hated by any tourist foolhardy enough to try it. In that regard, but only that one, it's a bit like British Marmite, which I think is like Vegemite. Caviar may cause some misconceptions. Sturgeon eggs are the last thing that will be on your mind as this salty, sweet, light pink paste is squeezed out over your breakfast. Fun fact, the boy on the cover has been in place since 1953. Is called Callie in real life. Alright, my time here in Sweden is coming to an end. I just got to the airport. It is just before 6 o'clock. I got about an hour before my flight takes off. But it's been an awesome week here. Even with some cold and rainy weather, it's been pretty beautiful out here. So excited to have come out here for the game. Tampa picked up 2 wins. That was nice. Gonna go relax a little bit before I get on the airplane, but I do have my bags checked in and everything like that. So here we go, off to Frankfurt, and then off to Detroit, and then back up to Windsor. It's a full day of traveling ahead, but we're ready to get home. The funny part is I'm not really going home. I'm going to my aunt's house, but you get the picture. And now it's time for me to fly away. Peace out, Sweden. Next time I come back, I'm coming back in the summer. Have y'all ever seen French dressing that's not red before? And this is exactly why I love a window seat. Well, that, and I can rest my head up against it to try to sleep, but man, the view out here is absolutely beautiful. This is, I guess, Greenland, but man, look at that. Alright, we're in the middle of nowhere. I want to know who lives down there.
Everything is just easy. Since you told me what could become of me, I put together all the pieces, and now it's time for me to fly.
Gotta give credit to Lufthansa. They had a ton of cool content on the plane about travel and food and all this cool stuff. Should have been sleeping, but oh well. And back home to see my girl. Hey, hey, buddy, what's up? Oh, hey, hey, oh yeah. Hi, what's up?
Don't never leave me alone.
Hey, what's all this snow, huh? What's all this snow? What's up in my truck? Oh, come here. And don't forget to check out the bonus episode where you're going to get a tour of the 747 hotel, a little engine room, and there's a room up in the cockpit too we're going to check out.